Welcome back to our Radical Red 3.1 hardcore mode adventures. Last time we covered everything up through Brock, including 2 rival fights, Lord Sammy, Faulkner, and the Stone Cold Brock battle. As noted last time, my goal here is to break down all the major fights and then break through them. Let's get started. After clearing Brock, the level cap jumps to level 23, which provides some key evolutions, and while I can't highlight them all, here are some noteworthy ones. Azumarill, who if delayed until level 23 to evolve, can have Play Rough for this split on top of Ice Punch and Aqua Tail, Ekans, who gains a Dark typing and Sucker Punch, Dugtrio and Sandslash, as well as Houndoom and Geodude round out a pretty respectable evolution core. Route 3 is the first new encounter you can get, and I like to grab the nighttime encounter. I think both day and night cycles are valuable here, as the main difference is Shroomish and Stunky in the day compared to Skiddo and Glameow at night. I think Go-Go is a real prize, which is why I go nighttime, but you technically have a better chance at getting a usable encounter in the day since Glameow is utter garbage. Speaking of utter garbage, the 1% encounters here are Jiggly and Alolan Meowth. Literally everything else is kinda sweet. Even Litleo, Ekans, and Nickit have some tech, and Fletchling, Nidoran, and Baneri never run out of viability. Last Sally is the next roadblock in our adventure, and it's a little awkward but typically fine. The team is comprised of Pikachu Flying, Oricorio Sensu, Whimsicott, and Mawile. While Sally here loves to switch, there are some pretty consistent ways to outplay everything in this fight. I like to open with Azumarill against Pikachu Flying, and sure, we have to eat the Zippy Zap, which always crits, but Azu's bulk at this point in the game is always surviving and one-shotting with Ice Punch the next turn. The only encounter that's better at checking this is Alolan Dugtrio, but that's not nearly as consistently on the team. Oricorio falters to any Dark type, especially Galar Lanoon. And Whimsicott's a jerk, but Poison Fang Mightyena does it in, as does Alolan Grimer. Even Tentacool, who doesn't love Hidden Power Psychic from it, can take this thing down. Mawile is the final Pokemon, and any fire type is punting it. Forget the starters for a good second. It's a wonder how Ember Fletchinder with the ability Flame Body does so much work here. Pack in a Pecha Berry and Roost, and Fletch is invincible. And if you're worried about the switch into Toxic, remember, if the AI doesn't see a kill and you're not already statused, it always Toxics. If it does see a kill, hard switch into your counter. The next 2 encounters are critical to the run. First, don't let me run your life, but I also think you're a little silly if you don't grab the free 500 base stat total water flying Intimidate monster from the Pokemon Center here. Better yet, talk to the fishing guy twice and get a shiny one. Gyarados is so incredibly valuable always. And that's Route 4. If you want to look at the encounter table, take a peek, you might understand why you're not rolling this one. This is also where you get the Water and Thunderstones, so cash in your Raichu, or maybe the Wonder Egg Lombre you got. Mount Moon is literally the most important encounter of early game, probably. Now, if you're like me, you're getting a Slugma here no matter what you do. That's all I know. However, if you're a person with normal functioning RNG, you have a pretty good chance at landing a Godmon. All you have to do is Infinite Repel when you enter the cave, grab Bullet Seed, it's on the left, and venture to B Floor 1, where you have a 50% chance to roll Paris. Now, I know what you're thinking. Paris, Parasect. You mean the Pokemon with maybe the worst type combination in the game, Parasect. 2 quad weaknesses, and they're 2 of the most common types in Flying and Fire in the game. Parasect, yes. But hear me out. Legendary ROM hack creator Supercell had Parasect's back. Bro received a 55 base stat total buff, including a new 80 HP stat, 110 attack stat, and 100 defense stat. It's one of the few Pokemon in hardcore mode repping Spore, as well as Sappy Seed, a 95 base power Leech Seed inducing power move. Sure, it's still got huge weaknesses, but just like don't send it out against that stuff and you're like fine. Super Nerd Miguel is next, or as I refer to him, Wacky and Company. It's the first double battle test of Radical Red, and in a vacuum, surviving the Radical Red experience can be simplified into a series of double battles that you need to figure out in order to survive. The single battles in this game are mostly manageable, but with incredible AI revamps that make the computer way less predictable, these double battle things get messy real quick. This one is in permanent grassy terrain, but fortunately, while this one can be tough with enough bad luck, Wacky and Company are relatively simple plan-wise. I recommend opening with Intim Arbok if you can get your hands on it. but any poison or fire types will do here. Wacky will always fake out first turn here, and if you have items equipped on your Pokemon and Wacky doesn't see any knockouts, the Pokemon is guaranteed to spam knockoff, which can be a gift as you eye down the left lane. Voltorb does like to Volt Switch, but getting off real damage on whatever else walks in can be a serious help. The big threat of this fight is definitely Swoobat. Swoobat's ability here is simple, which makes the grassy seed that it holds double valuable as it raises its defense by 2 stages, and Calm Mind becomes infinitely more valuable as its special attack and special defense are both raised by 2 stages every turn. I like to send out 2 dark types on the field if I can, like Lanoon and Mightyena, and double target the beast. Galar Lanoon actually learns Snarl at this point, which can be instrumental in negating the special attack boosts this Swoobat keeps coming. Skiddo sucks in this fight, so just kill it with whatever you want, and the final Pokemon is Sableye. Sableye is awkward if it comes out early, but Prankster Sableye can't touch dark types as Will-O-Wisp won't work, and Foul Play is resisted. Fire types see similar success here. The final fight for Mount Moon is the Archer fight. Any dark type will do, though the best 2 options to open with are definitely Jolly Black Glass's Strongjaw Mightyena and Modest Dark Pulse Thievul. Both stop Solrock from setting up rocks and follow up by 1v1ing the ensuing Fearow as well. To be honest, playing through rocks isn't that horrible here. If you can avoid it, great, but none of these Pokemon are sweeping your team anyways. Gyarados with Insim always beats Fearow if you need the help, and it chips in against Seviper if you need that attack drop as well. Seviper can get a little tough, but remember that it'll always go for a status if it doesn't see a kill. I like to bite with Gyarados and bank on flinches and misses from Hypnosis until my luck runs out. Then I need to switch somewhere for the kill, but since Radical Red institutes a sleep clause, Seviper can't put more than 1 member of my team to sleep, so we can focus on Phanpy or Dugtrio finishing the job organically. Houndour loses to Azu always, as HP Electric does literally no damage even after Nasty Plot. Just make sure to equip a Berry Juice instead of a Citrus Berry to avoid the Incinerate Extinguish. And Mightyena is tough, but an Intimidate Pokemon like Arbok can do the trick. Better yet, anything with Charm or Growl is packing a punch. I've been using Pignite here with Arm Thrust lately, which is less sexy and less consistent, but the dog is slow and frail no matter what you go in with. Moment of truth! Do we get the crit? I hope you guys think it's more fitting for what's going on here. Didn't get the crit, bummer. Stealth Rock, that's fine. Surprised it didn't switch out, to be honest. It's okay. Rocks is gonna make things worse, but we should be fine. Fearow comes out. That's about what I expected. That's insane. It's doing no damage. Flinch. Didn't get it. Flinch. Didn't get it. Oh, I'm dead to crit. I didn't get crit though. And I've been faster this whole time we finished the job. GG's Fearow. True. This could be anything. Incinerate I think is most likely, but doesn't really matter. Go Snarl, that's fine. HP Electric, that's fine. I believe Pineda is faster than any mon that could walk in right now, but I just want to... Okay, Mightyena comes in. Yeah, you're definitely faster than this. Can Mightyena kill Pineda G with a crit into poison if it's burned? Ooh, crit would kill me. I'm over here. That's a bummer. Oh my god, can I at least get the flame body? Thank god. I have 1 more turn before I have to switch out. This next one's doing 12 damage to me on a... Thank you. Now I have to switch out. You on here? No, I agree with you. Snipple fit. I totally agree. It's for the big hundo. No. We don't want the big hundo box. Okay. All right. 23. We should survive any... Yeah, there we go. Good looks. Do a good amount of damage. Oh my goodness! Azu said That's it, GG's. Hopping over the Archer hurdle is pretty game changing. The map is about to open up quite a bit. A couple of things happen here. First, complete a puzzle in the southernmost house of Cerulean to unlock all relearn moves. One of the most notable that I like to take advantage of is tossing Thrash onto Gyarados. In a pinch, super valuable. Oh, and doing the puzzle is easy. Just open with Baniri and fake out into Drain Punch. Hard pivot into Phanpy and click Earthquake, then Ice Shard the Ghastly. Gale Wings Brave Bird the next 2 turns to beat Ghastly and Skorupi, then pivot to Baniri on Timber. Fake out into Healing Wish allows you to do damage and bring your bird back to full health. Spam Brave Bird from here and win the fight on 2 HP. Glad that's over with. Now, the other unlocked things available here are the TMs in the Pokemon, including Roar and Swagger, and our level cap is now 28, which means enormous things for our evolutions. This new cap gives you access to Tentacruel, Berserker, Dawnfan, Rapidash in both forms, Camerupt, Go-Goat, Pyroar, and so on and so forth. Technically, you get Purugly here too, but who cares? There's an egg that you can hatch here as well, but don't be so certain about hatching it in Cerulean. You do have access to an encounter at this point over by the Elite Four on Route 23. If you don't have a Rock, Steel, or Ghost type, I recommend you head to that route to take care of this hatch. It can be anything in the game, but your Cerulean encounter can only be a couple of things. Fishing here with an Old Rod is 70% Choodle, and Dreadnought absolutely carries with Shell Armor and Flip Turn access later. Of course, there is a 30% chance that you land a Clauncher, which is really unfortunate, though there is some tech with this guy if you want to risk some crits later in the game. It's just not great. And not that this matters unless you're planning for the long haul, but technically Misty will give you a Greninja here if you beat her in a rematch once you're 5 badges deep. If that's something you're interested in planning for, shoot for it. When it comes to me though, I hatch my egg here almost always. The rival fight can be dicey, but here's the strategy I most always use. Opening with a Azumarill, specifically if you choose the Fire or Grass starters, allows you to thrash on both the Hitmon opener as well as the starter ace in the pocket. It will always use Fake Out first turn and then switch, so just use the most damaging move on the starter on the second turn and reap the benefits. Wartortle specifically is guaranteed to Shell Smash the second turn it's out and not account for the fact that a second Play Rough knocks it out once the defense drops, so take advantage. I usually bring a Gyarados and Tentacruel Core to help deal with the Simmies, as the special attack boosted monkeys usually can't sniff our staples. Tenna also chips in against Clef. Just be ready to deal with Charge Beam, and remember that Clef is guaranteed to Icy Wind if it doesn't see a kill and is slower, because it wants that speed advantage. After that, it's a little run dependent what you bring. Dreadnought does counter Arbok pretty okay, but so do Magcargo and Dugtrio if you're willing to risk a crunch crit for the biscuit. The final Pokemon that we should talk about is Eevee, I guess, but Eevee's so god-awful always in this fight, just hit it with anything. Tackle Gyarados beats this thing. Just don't give it 4 turns to move, or else you'll be taking last resorts to the chest. He's a big proponent of Get Good. Get Good, you don't need Protect. So, it switches to Wartortle here. Now, here's my favorite interaction that I've seen thus far. It might switch it up here. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure this Shell Smash is here. Okay, it didn't. It didn't Shell Smash this one time. How much damage does it do? That's fine. We get the kill with Aqua Jet the next turn. Hitmonlee is going to be a little bit awkward, but it's okay. Crap. This is going to use Charge Beam. I just might have to roll a crit here, which is fine. Actually, no, it'll go Icy Wind. Second turn. Yeah, we're getting second turn Icy Wind, which isn't better. We're dead to the highest of high rolls here. If you could just not do that, that'd be great. Just don't high roll me. Take it easy. Take it easy. Relax. Thank God. At -1, am I still faster? Yeah, way faster. I get the kill. Is Rock Smash priority in this game? No. Could be Crunch, could be Thunderfang, could be Sucker. I think it's Sucker Punch, but I don't know that. It's not Poison. Well, it could be Poison Jab, I think. That's fine. I didn't. Infuriating. Absolutely maddening stuff. It's fine. We're in like the same place we would have been. Simisear? Simisear. Let's go Incinerate. It's fine. No, not my Citrus Berry. Leak doesn't change speed in the calc. Yeah. I learned that one the hard way. Let's go Bullet Beam again. Whatever. Calc's missing a bunch of random stuff I'm noticing. No, alright. What happened to the Erica run from yesterday? What Erica run? I don't know what you're talking about. I've never met her before. She sounds nice though. Patty, we got double flinched. Staying in, I don't care. It's not doing anything to me. Actually did a little bit more than I thought I was gonna. The next fight is the cool looking guy at the top of the bridge that wants you to join his new after school club, Team Rocket. To persuade you to join, he opens with the legendary Pokemon Arcanine. Guys, I have this fight down to a science. Are you ready? Open with Mystic Water Modest Golduck and pivot to Pixie Plate Huge Power Azumarill on the first turn. Next, you're clicking Play Rough for a near guaranteed kill with Mighty Mouse, and move from there. Obviously, a ghost type would be great, but I've been packing Chillin' Bear Gyarados for Kamala, as well as any fighting type or a bulky boy that might have the juice to deal real damage. This little koala hits like a freight train. Dreadnought, Ursaring, Magcargo, and anything immune to Last Resort should check this bad Larry. Togedemaru is pretty easy. Any ground type nearly always wins, and grass types do a great job minimizing damage output while chipping at the Steel Electric Sphere. I like Grotle here, Dugtrio, or Sandaconda specifically. And finally, switch back to Golduck on literally whatever to beat Arcanine. Scald one-shots the dog, and we can move on. What does Hippopotamus switch to if I lead a Alolan? I don't know if it does switch. I think I might just stick it out. Dude, I've done this fight so many times. This is insane. Zappy Zap there. Earthquake. Well done. Flame Wheel? Nice. And Komala, we're going here. Yeah, this was one of the easier fights we've had. That was nice. Two encounters are next, including Route 24 and 25. The former includes a day and night cycle, though you're taking the night cycle here always. The only bad encounter here is probably Abra, but you can flip that for a Galar Mr. Mime once you get to Vermilion anyways. Katani, Snubble, Yamper, Murkrow, Ralts, and Karrablast are all okay pickups, while the prizes of Slackoth, Illumise, Weasel, and Gligar always make this route worth taking. And Route 25, all these daytime encounters are great. You're not taking that anyways though, especially if Gyarados is already in your squad. And why? Because you're taking a guaranteed Lantern in the patch of water just below Bill's house. Why wouldn't you? Electric Immune Watermon with electric offenses right before the Water Gym? Yes, please. The final fight before Misty is the Cerulean Dig Grunt. This dude, while incredibly rude, is usually more than manageable, and here's how. Open with Azumarill. I know it baits out Shockwave, but nothing is outspeeding this Perseion, and using a Pokemon like Whimsicott that resists everything isn't better. Dark Pulse's flinch chance means there would be a lose condition. Azumarill doesn't have that. Next could be anything, though Raticate is preferred because you can just punt it. If Raticate comes out later, bring Chillin' Gyarados and a Shell Armor Pokemon or something if you have it. Raticate's far from easy to deal with, though I've found success with both Haunter and Fake Out Pokemon like Galar Meowth. This leaves both Crobat and Octillery, and my honest advice? Pack Tentacruel for both and prepare Acid Spray, Sludge, and Bubble Beam. Tenta will beat one of them guaranteed, but you'll need another option. Grass types like Go-Go and Whimsicott can beat Octillery pretty handily. The Skill Link moves and Stab Water Pulse are far more dangerous than a little Icy Wind action. Crobat's probably the hardest check of this fight. Rindoberry's Shell Armor Dreadnought does the trick with Rock Tomb, outspeeding after just one turn with a plus speed nature and killing the next. Magcargo also does very well here, so does Gyarados and Donphan. Crobat has a bunch of ways to make it fall, you just need to plan for it. Let's do it. Make this quick. Raticate. Damn it. This is like the worst one that could come out. This is guaranteed Cross Poison. Yep. Go Fake Out, get a little chip damage on it. This should be Air Cutter? No, this is HP Fire. Based. Cool. Oh, I've still got the docks up, my bad. I'm gonna go to Big Shoe. What U-turn? Interesting. Is this guaranteed? This should be guaranteed Cross Poison again. I'm gonna go here. An Air Cutter, that's fine. Fake Out. HP Fire. Based. Nice. Crobat, Octillery. What does Octillery want to use here? I think it's Icy Wind, which kind of sucks. I'm like pretty sure this is Icy Wind because it doesn't see a kill with. It could go Rock Blast. No chances of Bullet Seed. Does this ever Bullet Seed? Let me just see. Yeah, it never sees a kill, so it should be Icy Wind here. Ugh, it's not worth being wrong about is the problem. The only thing it's definitely not is Water Pulse, so I'm gonna go here. Let's go Icy Wind based. Oh my god, he got the confusion. This should be Icy Wind again. I'm gonna try and stick this out. 1, 2. Can I get one more? One more. Never, ever lucky. Go in here. They went Rock Blast. Based. Take out. Go in here. Get the attack drop. Based. Where do I want to go here? Maybe just stay in. Just go Thrash. Nice. Whew. You can grab 2 more encounters now, Route 5 and Route 6. This is where I start betting on Celadon eggs usually, as I often opt to delay the Route 5 encounter, though Vulpix A and Grimer are real steals here. Gift Eevee in the daycare also does well, as I like to take Leafeon or Sylveon, but it's not a super useful encounter. And Route 6 you should fish. Barring either of your Wonder Eggs up to this point being Shellder, it's pretty important for encounter routing later. Trust me. And now, the god of the seas, one of the 12 Olympians and Percy Jackson's parents, Misty. This fight can get super difficult with permanent rain and an Eviolite Ferroseed in the pocket. This fight has a lot of pivots in it with a lot to plan for. Let's go Mon by Mon. Politoad's probably the easiest one. Any grass type with a Pecha Berry wins here. Parasect is the best option, but you could always use Grotle, Go-Go, Whimsicott, or Leafeon as well. Ludicolo is next and super awkward. I usually bring Liquid Ooze Tenna with Awaken Berry to hopefully sludge it, but that's not crazy consistent. One really good check I found has been Parasect with Leech Life. Who cares about Aurora Beam when Dry Skin sucks so much HP back in the rain every turn? Ferroseed is next, and it is unbelievable, and maybe the most difficult Pokemon to make fall. If it doesn't see a kill, it's always going Leech Seed first. If it can't do that, it will always Toxic. If neither are possible, either because you have a Pecha Berry or you're already poisoned or you're a poison type, it's going for the most damaging move, which is almost always Gyro Ball. Jump Kick Leafeon does well here, as does Hammer Arm Ursaring and almost any fire type. The only thing that particularly stinks about fire types is that Ferroseed won't stay in if it's going to die and the AI thinks it can resist your next move a lot. And with the rain, that's happening a bunch, so good luck. Also, if you happen to stumble into a Parasect, Leech Life will do it. Pecha Berry, that's the whole Parasect. Starmie is a really punchy and frail one here, and I have one of my favorite strategies I've ever used ready for this guy. Modest Swift Swim Golduck with Wise Glasses always kills with me first if the duck is able to walk in an Aurora Beam or Psyshock, as Starmie will always Thunderbolt, as that's the only move that kills, and Duck can always kill with Starmie's own move. The only major contingency here is that you cannot have a water move on Golduck. Misty will pivot to Dry Skin Toxicroak, which will Sucker Punch and do incredible damage. Also, there is one more quality check to Starmie if you're feeling really adventurous. Okay, I had my Parasect sweeps fun. Now the 2 things that it can't check. Toxicroak and Manta. Okay, it actually does like pretty good damage to both of those Pokemon if they switch in on Parasect, but that's not the point. Toxicroak is pretty hard checked by Bulldoze, Adamant, Gyarados with a Citrus Berry, with speed and the ability to 2-shot, as well as the Intim on the walk-in. It's pretty much guaranteed to go Gyara's way. The final Pokemon might be the worst one, Mantine. I send in Citrus Berry Jolly Lantern always, but I'd listen to an argument for Persimberry as well. With Thunder Wave and a Jolly Nature, Lantern is able to regain speed control after just 1 turn. Then Spark or Shockwave does the trick from there. I like Citrus Berry because you're only getting confused potentially on the walk-in, as HP Grass does more damage here from here on out. But remember, you don't want our Rindo Berry here either, because the lack of a side effect on HP Grass is invaluable. Anyways, Misty's easy, right? We are as ready as we will ever be. Misty, give me badge number 2. Yep. Gyro Ball. But please just... Oh, this is a roll. This is a range. This is a range. It's a really sucky range. Oh my goodness. That's ridiculous. That's gonna Leech Seed me. My life is... I'm in shambles. That was the worst thing that could have happened. Who's it go to? Toxicroak. Well, at least it's Dry Skin. So there's that. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. Good news. Good news is it could be Drain Punch. And Drain Punch would be iconic right here. Intimidate drop. Show me Drain Punch. Show me Drain Punch. Do it. Yeah. That's my boy. I mean, for what it's worth, Ferroseed is out of the play now, okay? There's nothing that Ferroseed can do. Ferroseed is done. So, whoever it goes to, I'm not concerned about it anymore. Okay. Now, I'm guessing this is either Ludi or Starmie. I don't know. With an electric move. I guess it could be either Starmie, I think. That's fine. That's ideal. Sweet. So the reason that this works out so particularly well is because, you know, I have Lantern who cares not for your Thunderbolt nonsense. But the better thing here is that this is guaranteed Psyshock. And the reason that that matters is because Golduck can't lose here. Analytic makes whatever move Starmie uses on my switch out so powerful. But because Psyshock is so resisted and doesn't do anything, we're fine. Now, I am Swift Swim. I am modest. I'm me first. Thunderbolt is the only move in this range to kill me. So therefore, we get the kill on Starmie. Starmie falls. Last time we were here, Starmie switched out, which was catastrophic. But this time, Toxicroak is dead. And so therefore, we were able to take care of business. Mantine's a little bit awkward. This should be Hurricane, which is fine. That's ideal. Cool. Now I go T-Wave. Okay, who are we switching to? Ludicolo. This should be Giga Drain. Yeah. Thank you. Now, normally I would switch out here, but yeah, that's good. That's good. I like this. And +1. Oh, that didn't do nearly the damage that I thought it would. That's okay. It's fine. I just go back to Lucas here on Hurricane. I just can't get confused. I won't get confused. That won't happen, right? No confusion. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm not sure, Pog. I'm going to assume no, but I don't know that. This is strange. Should be Giga Drain? Show me Giga Drain. Yep. I think this is just a Go-Go sweep from here, which is funny. Can Go-Go kill Mantine, though? I don't know. Oh, from there? That's not worth it. I don't want to find out. Based. Oh, who's this go to? Politoed. Show me the para. Oh my goodness. That's silly. 3. Can I get a 4th? I don't think I'll kill here. Oh, I did. That was neat. All right, cool. Going back here. If we get the full para, we're fine. If we don't get the full para, we're going to pivot to Gyarados. Okay, so. This is about to get a little awkward, but it's fine. Actually, if we don't get confused, we're fine. I'm just staying in. I just spark. Meet the kill. Good night, Mantine. Sick. Final Mon comes out. It is Ferroseed. It likely either goes for Bullet Seed, Leech Seed, or Toxic. I'm gonna guess this is Leech Seed, but I don't know that. If I could guess though. Should have just ate that one up, man. GG's. Deathless Misty. Wow, that felt really good. Holy crap.